twins who only talked to each other. When one died, the other said, "I'm free now." The twins' childhood unfolded in the gloomy rural regions of Wales, in a world entirely different from that of ordinary children. Their family rejected the relationships they formed with others, leaving Jennifer and June to live in an exclusive universe of their own. From an early age, the secret language they developed reflected a closed realm built within their inner worlds, far removed from the chaos of the outside world. This phenomenon remained a great mystery to everyone around them. Their habit of communicating solely with each other was seen both as a unique bond between them and as a symbol of escape from the outside world. As the years passed, this silence and inward focus led the twins to completely sever their ties with society. In school, within their neighborhood, and during social events, they never took part in conversation. Their personal rituals, midnight walks, and the symbolic drawings that adorned the walls of their home demonstrated just how rich, and at the same time, how eerie, their inner world truly was. These early experiences foreshadowed the tragic events that would later unfold. Over time, the insular world in which the twins communicated only with each other became a center of profound alienation and psychological conflict. Both siblings rejected society's expectations, and the way they interacted with one another grew increasingly complex and unintelligible. As their social circle regarded them with estrangement, even a sense of creepiness, psychological experts believe that this condition reflected suppressed emotions, trauma, and inner turmoil. Some psychologists interpreted the twins' way of life as of self-destructive behavior, while others argued that this enforced silence actually strengthened their bond and served as a defense mechanism against their existential fears. The internal conflicts that spanned years left deep scars on their souls. 30 years of silence weighed upon them like a curse, simultaneously an escape from the chaotic outside world and a harbinger of inner storms. The year 1993 marked a turning point for the twins. In the midst of their lifelong habit of constant conversation with each other, the cold hand of death suddenly emerged. The unexpected demise of one of these isolated twins left the surviving sibling facing a profound void and terror. The news of the death sent shockwaves not only within the family, but throughout the media and academic circles. That day, not only the moment of death, but also the echo of the words, "I am free now," left a dual impression on the viewer's mind, both a sense of liberation and an indescribable loneliness. This phrase was interpreted as a symbol of the remaining twins' confrontation with the contradictory emotions and existential fears that had long been suppressed, now compounded by the loss of the unique bond they once shared. The freedom that death seemingly brought with it evoked in the viewer both sorrow and a strange sense of relief. Many experts argued that the twins' death was not merely an accidental demise. Rather, it might have been the inevitable result of the deep-seated psychological conflicts between them, unknown forces, and societal exclusion, a sort of chosen fate. This dramatic ending left the audience pondering, what really lies behind this enforced silence? While imprinting itself as a profound mystery that touches the darkest corners of the human soul. Throughout their lives, numerous theories debated in both social and academic circles regarding the twins' way of life became even more complex after the death. Psychologists, sociologists, and paranormal researchers discussed for years how the twins' exclusive communication with each other might have led to both a psychological downfall and a subsequent rebirth. Some researchers interpreted the twins' way of life as an existence that chooses death. Their limited communication was seen as a symbol of escape from society's imposed norms and a confrontation with internal fears. In this view, death signified both an exit from that secluded world and the precursor to an indescribable terror of the unknown. Particularly, the phrase, "I am free now," resonated in the minds of viewers as both an expression of the pain brought by death and as a symbol of the deep loneliness, inner conflict, and liberation that it represented. Investigations into the institutions in which the twins lived also revealed the methods applied to them, as well as the social exclusion and psychological pressures they endured. These findings helped viewers understand not only the unique bond shared by the twins, but also their silent struggle against the norms imposed by society. Such in-depth analyses laid the groundwork for the theories that were debated for years beyond the official reports of the events. After their death, the twins' story was sensationalized by the media. Television programs, documentaries, and print media dubbed their tale the Silent Twins, leaving an indelible mark on the public psyche. Eyewitness accounts described mysterious sounds emanating from the twins' living space, whispers echoing within the house, and shadows disappearing into the silence of the night, all contributing to an atmosphere that was both eerie and compelling. One witness recalled, at midnight, it seemed as though voices were conversing from the walls of the house, almost like an internal scream. Another witness remarked, their exchanges appeared as if the very spirit of the house was affected, a melody of a language that was closed off to the outside world. While the media embellished these accounts with dramatic details, they created an atmosphere in the viewer's mind where reality and fiction intertwined, evoking both an unforgettable sense of fear and curiosity. Every image and sound recording brought to the surface old memories, traumas, and existential fears related to the unknown. Within academic circles, numerous theories emerged to explain the twins' life and death. Psychologists observed that the twins' exclusive communication with each other reflected both an escape from society's imposed norms and a manifestation of internal fears. The social exclusion, psychological pressure, and inner conflicts they endured throughout their lives shed light on the profound meaning behind the words, "I am free now," spoken after death. Some researchers even claim to have witnessed a liberation ritual that the twins performed mentally before death. According to this theory, the long-held pains, fears, and existential questions were resolved with death, and the dissolution of their bond signified a form of liberation. These theories left viewers with the impression that death was not merely an end, but rather the opening of a new chapter, perhaps one of dark and eerie freedom. The story of the Silent Twins did not remain confined within the borders of Wales. It resonated internationally under the moniker the Silent Twins on social platforms and in the global media. In particular, the twins' life, the dramatic words spoken at the moment of death, and the mysterious messages they left behind became topics of heated discussion around the world. Viewers came to understand, through this narrative, how the socially marginalized and oppressed individuals carry deep internal wounds, and how death forms a fine line between terrifying despair and the hope of liberation. Global documentaries, interviews, and debates contributed to the evolution of the twins who chose death narrative into a universal phenomenon. This situation reinforced the idea that in every society and culture, there exists a common language in the indescribable fear and curiosity towards the unknown. The death of one twin and the surviving sibling's declaration, "I am free now," became one of the most dramatic and memorable moments of the story. These words not only symbolize the physical void left by death, but also express the conflicting emotions underlying the deep connection of two souls bound together for so long, the suppressed feelings, and the aftermath of societal exclusion. This sentence evoked in the viewer both sorrow and astonishment, along with a subtle sense of relief. The freedom that death appeared to bring was seen as the result of all those long years of silence and a heavy, suppressed heart, leaving a profound impact on the audience. It carried with it a chilling yet strangely hopeful message that perhaps the norms imposed by society, along with the pain of exclusion and loneliness, had finally come to an end. The twins who chose death, the Silent Twins and 30 Years of Silence, reveals how these two twins, who for decades spoke only to each other in the cold soils of Wales, confronted their tragic fate and left behind enigmatic traces. This video does not merely recount a sorrowful tragedy. It also unveils mysterious clues about how the human soul copes with deep-seated fear, curiosity, and loneliness, as well as the plight of society's forgotten and marginalized individuals. Every detail evokes in the viewer reflections on similar tragedies, long-forgotten pains, and repressed emotions from their own lives. The twins, who had merged into one through their seclusion, attained a form of freedom through death. Yet the surviving twins' words, "I am free now," also represent an endless loneliness and a universal sorrow. Dear viewers, you are invited to share your opinions, theories, and unforgettable memories about this mysterious story in the comments section below, contributing your own insights to the depths of this enigma. Every new clue and every missing detail continues to prompt the question in the viewer's mind. Why is this silence so profound? The communication that existed solely between the twins, the dramatic silence at the moment of death, and the lingering echo of "I am free now" reveal how fragile and complex the human soul can be. This video implants in the viewer's mind the traces of 30 years of silence, forgotten pain, and deep psychological conflict while remaining a mirror to society's oldest fears. Every frame, every sound, and every detail carries a universal message, a call to illuminate the darkest secrets of the human mind. Let us dive together into the depths of this unforgettable story. Let us search for the traces of the past, present, and future amidst the silence and lost hopes. Thank you for watching, and in our next video, we hope to meet again with more striking, unforgettable tales of mystery.